Hello, this is Watch All About with another watch review, and we've got quite a scoop this time round because this is the first review of the brand spanking new Christopher Ward C9 5-day small seconds hand watch, which is quite a mouthful, but there we go. Um, Proudly presenting the first hand wind version of the SH21, which is obviously their in-house movement, but we'll get onto that in a little bit. It's based on the classic C9 case and classic looks. They've got quite a few watches in this family now, and this small second-hand one, has a slightly different look with the Roman numerals and the small second hand. So for many that will be great news, and will provide another avenue for looks and a different choice, which is good. So this watch costs £1,295, which may sound quite a lot, but when you think about what you get, it is actually really reasonable. Thinking about the specs, it's 40 mm in diameter, which is a very good size. All the other, most of the other, watches with the SH21 are a lot bigger than that, and it has a height of 12.2 mm, which is quite tall for a classic-y smartwatch, but I think it's mainly due to the amazing movement. So what are the specs are there? It has a 20 mm strap going down to 18 mm at the buckle. Has this Beta clasp, which is really wonderful, but we'll talk about that in a bit. It is rated to 50 meters, so you shouldn't really do too much swimming with it. Not that, hopefully, not that you would. It weighs 89 grams as well, so on the wrist it feels reasonably hefty. Good amount of quality there, but not too heavy, so that you can't really lift up your arm. So the SH21 movement was released a year ago now, last June. I remember going to the release launch show, and that was really interesting, really good. Now they've managed to release a watch using the built-in small seconds hand pinion, because it's pre-built with a little section there for you just to pop a little small seconds hand. So finally they're utilising that, which is great. So I mean, really, there's two things going for this watch: the beautiful looks, which I'm sure you'll agree is very smart looking, and the quality of it is excellent, and then the really impressive SH21 movement. So let's just talk about this for a moment. It's Christopher Ward's in-house movement. It is really impressive in terms of specs because it has a 120-hour power reserve. Usually on an automatic or hand-wound watch, you'd be looking at 40 hours. So this is 5 whole days you'd get out of this bad boy. And you can see here that we have the two. It's a twin barrel for the two mainsprings, and that's where it charges all of the energy in those two barrels there. So that is really quite impressive. What else is there? It has 27 joules, and this model in particular is a hand wind model. So they've removed the mechanism for the automatic winding rotor, etc., which is probably why it's a little bit thinner, a little bit plainer as well. I mean, this big flat slab, this big bridge, in my opinion, could probably look a little bit nicer. I think it would be cool to see a little bit more of the movement, but that's just my opinion. I do like the way they've engraved and filled in the text here: Christopher Ward logo, Swiss made here, and then over here we have, if I can get it to focus, 27 joules. There we go. So the movement is really sturdy as well. I mean, you can just feel the quality when you pull the crown out to change the time. It feels so sturdy, and just really well made. It's quite hard to explain, but winding it up as well, you just feel like it's just really really solid and secure, which is good. And to be honest, it makes you feel, it reassures you when you've spent this much money on a watch. It really does reassure you that you've got a high quality timepiece, which is really good. Obviously, with Chris Ford, you get 5 year guarantee as well, which is completely unheard of, which is absolutely brilliant. So good on them for offering that. So if anything does go wrong, not that it should, because you know, it's built like a tractor basically. Johannes Janker explained to me, he's designed it to be so sturdy and reliable that you shouldn't have any problems with it whatsoever. So that's good as well. Okay, so let's talk about the dial then. Obviously, it's an optic white dial, very much like the rest of the C9 range, which in my opinion is very nice, very clear, and when it's coupled with this wonderful sapphire crystal, it's a museum grade sapphire crystal with a special layer of anti-reflective coating called AR08 that Chris Ford have developed. It really is something to behold, and it just looks such high quality. Basically, pictures and videos never do watches justice, really, but this is particularly the case in this instance. I really like the usage of Roman numerals as well. It really makes it look very classy. Let me just put it on to give you a different idea of how it looks. And the small second hand as well is very quite minimalistic, but a really nice little addition there, and I think really works well, much better than a central second hand in this instance. As you can see, we have like a minute track around the outside, which is subtle, but works well in framing the whole dial, because you know the dial is pretty clean and crisp, yet it has just enough detail to make it a perfectly legible watch. We have Swiss made right at the foot of the dial here as well. The logo, all the printing is extremely crisp and clear, despite it being really fine. No smudging or signs of poor printing. And then the hands are all blued as well. You can see reflection in the light. If I get it just right, you can see they're blued. Most probably chemically blued rather than the traditional heated way. So the dial is absolutely flawless. See the date window as well. Has a nice little border and frame to it, and the wheel is a perfect white match to the dial, and the font style matches the logo well as well. So moving on to the case then. As I mentioned before, it is 40 mil in diameter, sorry, and then it has a height of 12.2 mil, which personally I don't mind. Some people may find it still a little bit too tall for a classic watch, but I personally think it's perfectly reasonable, and it is mainly to house this amazing movement. So you know, you can't really complain too much about it. The lugs have a nice sharp downturn, so it fits the wrist nicely. Very comfortable to wear. I have a 7.25 inch wrist, so there we go. There it is on mine, and I think 40 mil is an absolutely spot on size. Between 38 to 40 mil, really you can't go wrong with it. So I'm really happy to see them, Christopher Ford, create this watch in 40 mil, because most of their C9 range is 43 mil, and for many it's just slightly too big, which is a shame. But in this instance, it's for 40 mil, it's absolutely perfect. So that's really good that they've decided to do that. We have brushed sides, and everywhere else is polished. So these two sections here are the only bits that are brushed. The bezel is polished. The tops of the lugs and in between the lugs is polished as well, and then the case back, just the like the edging around the case back, that's all polished, and the underside of the lugs as well. We have a polished crown as well, which is quite large when you think about it, but it doesn't, you know, it's not an eyesore. it gives you a really good amount of grip, because to wind this watch up, you could literally be here for minutes on end winding it, because don't forget it has got two massive barrels that you need to wind up, so it does take a very long time to wind it. Let me just do a bit of winding and you should be able to see the barrels move in. There we go. Which is pretty interesting to see. There we go. So I think it's a quite clever design, actually, going for a slightly oversized crown in this instance, because if it's too small a crown, you could be there for ages and it could be really hard to wind it up, and you'd get a bit fed up quite quickly. So with a larger crown, it makes the winding a lot easier. So we have the CW logo embossed on the end of the crown as well, and the grip is really good, so it is easy to wind up, and then you can pull it out easily, he says. There we go. So that's to change the date. And then pull it out one more to change the time. There we go. And then you can wind it from the fully pushed in position. Okay, so moving on to the strap. It's standard leather, but with an alligator embossed pattern to it. We have the Beta strap, Beta buckle as well, which is really, really good, and I really love it. Some people I've heard don't get on with it completely, but I find it really, really comfortable and really easy to use as well. So it's just literally you push it and you have these two tabs on the side to release it, and it attaches onto the little nipple there. It is very slimline as well for a deployment clasp like it is. It's very slimline, so you don't actually notice it much at all, and it's nice that it's just this bar that's visible, which is nicely designed as well. So we have the two polished sidebars and this brushed center section with the CW logo really deeply engraved in it as well. So that's good, high quality, and nice and reassuring there. It is a little bit fiddly to adjust. You just have to unhook the leather from those two bits, and then you can pull it out like so. There we go. Okay, so let me get the macro lens on, and we'll look at it in a little bit closer detail. Okay, so let's have a look at the dial to begin with. So here we have the printing, very nice and crisp there. There we go. And then the date window. The framing around the date window is absolutely flawless. I mean, the whole dial is absolutely spotless, even under macro, even under a macro lens. There we go. So yeah, quite impressive really. I mean, let's be honest, you are paying £1,295 for this, so you are entitled to a completely flawless watch for that much. But it's just it's good and reassuring to see. We have this polished bezel. Again, the finishing is really good on it, and this joined to the top of the lugs, and then these brushed sides as well. The brushing is all very refined and all in the same direction, nicely done. Just give it a quick wipe. This crown, here we go. That's polished. I'll just pull it out. move to the underside now. So the case back is secured in each corner by these screws, which is quite a nice touch actually. It looks a little bit different to the traditional screw-in case back. We have these markings either side. I forgot to mention actually the every SH21 movement is COSC certified, which means it's certified in Switzerland to be the most accurate mechanical watch possibly could be. Caliber SH21 and a serial number there. So let's have a look at this lovely movement. So we have this hand brushed, hand finished bridge at the top, with these very nicely engraved pieces of text. I love the way they filled it with gold paint as well. It looks really good. This beveling is all done by hand as well, which is really impressive. Really good hand finish movement, which is very impressive. And if we just have a look at the this bit here, oh yeah, one of the 27 joules right there. So ticking away, runs at 8 ticks a second, so 28.8 thousand ticks a day, an hour, sorry. And as you can see down here, we have a little marking SH21, and that is probably the serial number of the movement itself, which is most likely linked to the COSC certificate. Go get a nice view of that chamfered edge. It's just a really lovely sight to behold, this movement. It is absolutely stunning. If I just wind it, you should be able to see the barrels moving as well. There we go. There we go. So okay then. So I really do think Christopher Ward have just hit the nail on the head completely with the whole C9 range with the SH21 movement in. The 40mm size is absolutely perfect in my opinion. Obviously using the SH21 is an excellent choice as well, and the small second hand is really nice, something different as well, and I'm really pleased to see they've used these classic Roman numerals, because it does give this watch in particular a very different feel to the rest of the range, and it's a really nice alternative in terms of design, and just the finishing and the quality of the watch is genuinely exceptional. And so many people say it time and time again, Christopher Wards are absolutely fantastic value for money. And although the value is quite high, you know, slightly under £1,300 is a lot of money, but what you do get is a sensational amount of watch. Any other movement out there that has you know, as good specs as this, you're looking at least double or triple the amount of money. So, you know, for what you get, £1,300 isn't really that much. Watch It All About obviously is usually dedicated to affordable watches, so this isn't necessarily within that price range, so I do apologise for that, but I am a great supporter of Christopher Ward, because they are one of the best British watch manufacturers, so I really do commend them and applaud them on creating another beautiful watch. So I really like it. So let me just put this back together. and then I'll just show you it on the wrist one final time. So this was the Christopher Ward C9 5-day small seconds hand watch, and that's what it's all about.